Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. On this Friday, we have some breaking news from NBC. U.S. shoots down high altitude object over Alaska airspace, White House says. Now, as of this recording right now, as you can see, we are hearing from a Pentagon. We'll listen into just a few minutes of this, and then I'll read from the article.
Yeah, thank you. So in terms of the shape, I don't know. I have not seen any imagery of it. I'm just telling you the verbal characteristics as it was described to me. In terms of the difference in the recovery effort, I mean, again, so this literally was, an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. So that's underway right now. So more to follow on that front. Right now, I think they're moving to the site. We'll have more to follow in the days ahead.
Okay, so they're not giving us a lot of information about it. The only threat that it presented, as you can see here, they said object posed threat to civilian flights, which of course it would. It's difficult to say where it came from. They're not, of course, speculating at all. They're not going to. Now, you and I can speculate all we want to because we know that, for example, when they shot down the Chinese spy balloon, China said that it would respond in an unspecified way. Now, of course, we can make comparisons, we can make correlations, we can connect dots, and we can make assumptions and speculate. That's a luxury we have here, especially on the BuzWeaver channel, or just in general conversation, that we know right now that the world is at a very tumultuous, we're in a very tumultuous time right now. And we know there's a buildup going on there in Russia against Ukraine, all this sort of activities going on. China has been paying attention. Iran has been paying attention. North Korea has been paying attention. They saw the weakness that Joe Biden illustrated and demonstrated on the exit of Afghanistan. And I can't emphasize enough how that changed the mindset of many of these individual people or these countries, our adversaries. So Washington, the U.S. military on Friday afternoon shot down a high-altitude object flying over Alaskan airspace and Arctic waters. National Security Council official John Kirby confirmed at the White House. He was basically told, a reporter asked him the question. He was just coming on stage up to the podium or the lectern right as this happened. The Pentagon has been tracking the object over the last 24 hours. He said the object was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight, Kirby told reporters during a White House briefing. Out of an abundance of caution and at the recommendation of the Pentagon, President Biden ordered the military to down the object, and they did, and it came inside our territorial waters, and those waters right now are frozen. So fighter aircraft were assigned to U.S. U.S. Northern Command took down the object within the last hour, Kirby said, around 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, as of this recording, it is 1:38 p.m. Eastern Time. And so this is just breaking. We don't know a lot of information. Unfortunately, the last of the Chinese spy balloon videos, for some reason, was set to limited ads. So I'm very curious how this is going to be set to, considering we haven't gone into a lot of details now. Maybe particular words or things that I've just said may have triggered it, unfortunately. But nonetheless, guys, I did want to present this to you because I find it quite fascinating because, as you know, as we cover here on the BuzWeaver channel, China likes to poke the bear. They like to antagonize. They like to posture. And we know that they said that they would respond in some unspecified way. And I find it interesting that the military saw this, had been tracking it for 24 hours. And as of right now, during this briefing, they're not going into any details. And perhaps I don't blame them because maybe the way the country the country may respond to what this could be. I don't know. It could be, who knows? It could be another balloon or object or something from China, maybe even Russia. Is quite a possibility. So it is going to be very curious to see where this goes. And I'm curious also, just tongue-in-cheek, just in my own personal bias, if these aren't going to continue to be some kind of distraction for the Biden administration that is doing abysmal. And of course, as you know, the State of the Union was just this week, which didn't go very well for the president. Of course, naturally, there was a lot of controversy and issues that happened during that speech and didn't really suggest or improve upon what our country is currently going through. So it has been a very interesting beginning of the year overall, just with all the activity that's going on. And maybe this is a time for us to kind of wake up, be alert, be aware, know what's going on, realize that we have challenges ahead of us, and this administration continues to be weak, continues to demonstrate that it is just not in touch with reality of what's going on in our country. And in the speech, Biden spoke as though he was talking about a whole other country, as though it was a reality TV show, just trying to convince everyone on the journey of the television program that everything is going well. And in reality, we can see what's going on. We can feel it. The American people get up every day and have to go to work and buy gas and buy groceries and provide for themselves and provide for their families. It's obvious that individuals can see this. It says here, no description of object capabilities. Okay. So we don't know what it can do. Really, they've not really given us a lot of detail. It was at 40,000 feet. I don't think that's of any particular significance or whatnot, but it is curious that it is happening. We've heard that there are actually additional balloons, as we covered also, the one that was flying over Costa Rica and Venezuela from China, but I've not heard about or seen any additional balloons in and of themselves. But here we are. It's another Friday. More reports on the economy, of course, not looking good for Biden. And yet here we have yet another situation, an international incident, as it were. And the United States can't continue to allow these things to happen. And okay, it looks like the briefing is over. And we'll catch maybe a little bit of this at the tail end. Let's see if they're going to say
Well,
anything.
you're right here on Live Now from Fox. The Department of Defense confirming there the F-22 took down an object there over Alaska today. You're watching Live Now from Fox, everyone. What we are going to do is take a quick 2-minute break. Then I want to play just a little bit more of some of the highlights from John Kirby when he made the news today that became the top story of the day right here on Live Now from Fox.
Okay, I guess they're going to come back to that here in a minute. All right, guys. Well, I'll keep an eye on all this and let you guys know what's going on. Just wanted to give you this quick breaking news story. And thank you guys for the continued support appearing there on the screen. That would be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. And that way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.